Get ready to strap in. It's going to be a heck of a ride. It's like drinking from a fire hose. Never a dull moment, but yes, you'll hear the stories you won't hear anywhere else, and we appreciate you being here with us for them today. I'm Justin Barclay. Maha Missy is with us with another big story today, and this is probably one of the bigger ones we've seen in a long time. But this really, whether you got your tinfoil hat on and you need to loosen it up or not, this is another one of these stories that folks have been sort of ringing the alarm on for years. Maha Missy with us right now. This is incredible if this turns out to be true, but it's being reported by lots of credible folks that the CIA is facing backlash now after hidden document with potential cure for cancer has been declassified now after 60 years. So you're telling me this is how we're supposed to take this, that they've had this information for 60 years. Yeah. How many people have died in that time frame that their lives could have been saved? Let's talk about what's in the document, what it actually says, and Maha Missy, what you take away from this today, as folks are just getting into it now.
Well, I think it's one of those things, like you said, conspiracy hat, tinfoil hat, whatever. We're waking up, and some have woke up a lot sooner. Some are like on the journey right now. But listen, this what hair that came out from 60 years ago doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me at all, because if we look at what makes money is cancer. Cancer makes a lot of money, right? And I hate to say that, because if I were in charge, and if you were in charge, and if the majority of your listening your listenership was in charge of this cancer, cancer and medical school, and I mean, we wouldn't be in this situation, because we are good people and we don't want people to die from cancer. Good people, I mean, you got to go back to the money part of everything. I mean, do I believe in what they're saying? Yes, I do believe, because cancer and parasites, they've learned, they respond differently to, let's just say, drugs, chemicals, a stimulus. Cancer and parasites respond differently. So if we can kill off parasites, basically what they're saying, we could kill off cancer too, because they kind of function in the same lens. And this was from 60 years ago. What we have been talking about, what I talk about all the time with my company, is that 100 years ago, Dr. Royal Rife killed cancer dead on the spot using Nikola Tesla style frequency. So in 1931, the world knew about cancer being destroyed, and that was suppressed. They burned everything he owned down to the ground after he was healing everybody. And now here we see somebody else. Again, cancer can be killed off and killed off multiple ways. Not just one way, but there's multiple ways, because that's my opinion. Sorry.
No, but it's interesting to think that this type of information has been sort of quietly hiding behind the scenes for how long, they've had access to it. So basically what the news story says, a 1951 declassified CIA document summarizing Soviet research on biochemical similarities between parasitic worms and cancer tumors, suggesting compounds like Myrcil D could target both by disrupting shared metabolic processes such as anaerobic respiration. The archival report, originally classified during the Cold War for intelligence on Soviet biomedical advances, has resurfaced online, fueling public outrage and conspiracy theories that the U.S. agencies suppressed a potential cancer cure to protect pharmaceutical profits. They would never do that. That's just unthinkable. Experts clarify it offers historical insights rather than proven treatment. Modern parallels include off-label use of anti-parasitic drugs like ivermectin, which we've heard a lot about, fenbendazole for cancer, supported by preliminary studies in some of the research that's been done. And then you talk also at great length, Missy, about some of the cures with frequencies.
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is, no one was given the owner's manual of how the body works. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, oh my gosh, I could be on here forever. But yeah, the cancer is able to be treated naturally. Your body, if you know how the body's designed to work, it can be taken care of. Why? Because God's a good God, right? And the thing is that people, I lost my mom. My mom was my best friend, and I'll start crying, but my mom died a wicked death to cancer. She started out with a medical model, and basically with the treatments that she did, it was not looking very good, and she decided to go the naturopathic route, and it did give her an extra 5 years, thank God. But the medical model had already basically destroyed her body, and that's sad. The other thing that people need to know is that cancer cells can grow if your body has a high oxygen content. I mean, oxygen cancer cannot grow if you had a petri dish with some cancer cells in it, and then you closed it and you just put kept oxygen in it. It's the oxygen kills cancer. They can't replicate. I mean, so it's been I mean, people that have been looking like me, I've been in this naturopathic way for about 27 years now, and people like me can find the information, but people like me don't have billions of dollars to go on TV and convince you that, listen, your body is able to heal, just follow this. I don't have the billions of dollars. Why? Because probably I was out racing for a cure years ago and donating lots of money to find a cure for cancer. $51 billion is given every year by Americans to find a cure for cancer. It's just like, make sense of that. And here's a
Mm.
stat. Watch this. The global oncology market is valued at $194 billion in 2024. I'm reading this stat. And is projected to skyrocket to over $440 billion a year by 2033. The US is spending roughly $200 billion annually to take care of cancer people. And what did I find here? Oh, and I don't know how much it actually costs to treat a person that has cancer. I'm like, follow the money. And
Yeah.
here's the thing. Do you know who coined the phrase conspiracy theory? CIA. The CIA is the one who coined the phrase conspiracy theorists. Go figure. I'm
I
like,
got my
I'll put my hat on.
I
I'm
got my
proudly wear a hat.
I got my tinfoil hat on too. Some days it's on a little tighter than others. This is something we're not going to walk through this and have all the world's problems solved on this on day one, but there are more and more people that are waking up to it, as you mentioned. In fact, in the chat here, somebody actually talked about Fenbizidol and ivermectin cured my cousin's cancer at stage 4, Bunny says. And so
Yes.
you're seeing all folks looking into alternative methods. And I think there's a lot of people waking up to some of those issues. Speaking of
Oh,
waking up,
oh yeah, go ahead.
I'll tell you this story. I don't know. This may be even too new for you to have even seen just yet, but
Okay.
this is going to knock your socks off, Missy. Check this out. There's a new study. Northwestern University did a study. It's their 2026 study on targeted memory reactivation.
Oh yeah. Hello.
Sound,
Sign
sound, sound cues during REM sleep can incorporate specific concepts into dreams, aiding problem solving by boosting creativity and lucid dreamers is shown. It also says the
Yeah.
TMR therapeutic potential, such as PTSD. So it talks about what they've done. Now, this all comes from a claim that was made just the other day that your cell phone, by the way, when you're sleeping, you
Uh-huh.
want to get your cell phone as far away from you as possible. And I started doing this not too long ago. But it makes a big difference. And I don't care if it's hard to get a hold of me, honestly. But they've found out now that your phone being plugged into you next to you while you're asleep, that somehow your phone can communicate with you and your brain, and vice versa, back and forth in some sort of weird way. You're being monitored
Uh-huh.
as you sleep, and as that post and the in fact this information just walked through the piece of this, and I'll put all of this up.
Yeah.
But we're finding that, and I think somebody like you, who you really deal with a lot of this when it comes to frequencies and some of the other things that are being used. But yeah, there's the graphic. Scientists prove you can plant ideas into dreams to help solve problems you failed while awake. I know that sounds great.
Mm.
What else can they do?
Hey, you know what? Do you want me to tighten up my tinfoil hat a little bit for you?
Oh, okay. Do you sleep with it too? Do you sleep with it while you're?
Well, the thing is, literally, when we sleep at night, this is something that's crazy. So I'm gonna dive into that because I can kind of get an idea of where they're going. When we sleep at night, believe it or not, when our eyes are going back and forth, that's called the REM sleep, right? When our eyes are going back and forth, do you know what? I didn't know they were doing it because I'm asleep. I don't know my eyes are going back and forth. But this is so fascinating. When your eyes are going back and forth like that, do you know what they're doing? It's filing away the day's memories and is putting it in categories along the way to resolve your day, which is key. But the thing is like when you have a moment in your day that your brain just doesn't know how to reconcile it. Let's just say something serious happened to you, something that, crossed your boundaries, right?
Trauma.
You're in trauma. Your brain doesn't know where to file it. And so what happens is this is crazy. It just kind of and this is it puts it on a shelf and like, I'll get back to it. Guess what that starts? That starts the filter of now how you perceive life because it was unresolved trauma. So there are people that are doing things like called EMDR. I saw this years ago. People thought again I was crazy, but guess what? People have been doing people that have PTSD, just write this down, EMDR therapy. And it's a therapy that allows you, crazy enough, you're thinking on a moment that's your trauma moment, and you're going to be guided by a therapist, and you're just going to follow tinfoil hat here, folks, but it works. You're going to follow this a, a light that goes back and forth like this. It's forcing your eyes to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Anyways, long story short, it's resolving the trauma. They've been using this now with our veterans. They started out with our veterans about 12 to 14 years ago now. And
Yeah.
about 80% of our veterans that have had massive PTSD that they cannot function in life are leading normal functioning lives, no longer alcoholics, no longer addicted to drugs in 8 to 10 sessions. So
I've seen this, and there was a place here locally that was doing some of this. They had done some work with kids that had some ADHDs. There were some autism cases, and there was some PTSD with some veterans as well. It was based here locally.
yeah.
And one of the things I saw is they put on like a headset with sound, but also you watched a screen, and there were things that happened on the screen. They saw that was it was able to help people with anxiety and depression and all kinds of. So it's that is a piece of the good news. So we can talk about the bad stuff too, right? Which is, hey,
Yeah.
probably shouldn't. And this is kind of a no brainer, but like probably shouldn't sleep with that phone right next to you at night.
Correct. Correct. We have a biofield. I mean, listen, we weren't given the owner's manual. If we had an owner's manual, we would see that we've got a biofield. We are electrical, we're energy, we're frequency, we're vibration. I mean, right now, there are frequencies traveling through my home right now that are radio stations and TV stations. I can't see them because I'm not turned into them. I'm not tuned in. But if I turn on my Wi Fi, you know how I'm saying there are signals.
Mhm.
Our body also has signals. So I could probably see, I haven't seen that article yet. I'm going to go look at it. I can see how the frequency is probably coming off the phone. They're going to be used for good in this situation. Let's just say that instead of bad. But I can see how frequencies would probably come in and hit certain pathways in the brain to be able to help resolve trauma. I can see that.
It's all things that I think people didn't think about
Mhm.
maybe on a bigger scale until recently. That is part of the Maha movement and part of the really the good news. We got to watch these things, both good and bad. It's just like any other tool. It can be used for good and bad, for good and evil.
Good
Right,
and evil. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
right
and
now,
our food chain, Justin, maybe, next week we can talk about the food chain because I did a little deep dive over the weekend on how what is 2027 gonna look like when you go to the grocery store? Let's just say
yeah,
OMG.
yeah.
So, I can't wait to share with that because the landscape is changing, it's changing, and thank God, I have my next door neighbor baby that I was looking at the other day, and I wanted to start crying. He has a chance at having a healthy life. He's 9 months old. He's not going to have to go through what my kids went through. And, it's just, it's a new day. We're not going to have to worry about things like cancer stuff like that. Once we clean up our food supply, get rid of the fluoride, like it's take, I mean, it's what a time to be alive.
Yeah,
Let's figure it out.
there's so many good things that are happening. That's a really good idea. Good tease for next week.
Heck
What is
yeah.
your grocery store going to look like in 20?
Oh, so good.
And
Let's just say Twinkies won't be around. Let's just say that. They can't
they
they
said those things would last through a nuclear annihilation, but I
but the thing is they can't deconstruct it and reconstruct it healthy. It can't make the cut. It's gone. It's gone. Summer
folks,
are gonna be gone.
strap in. It's all coming. By the way, find out the latest on my MAHA mission personally. I'm down almost 30 pounds myself. My wife is feeling good too. And
Nice, nice.
it can't be today. And I don't know if you know the full story on this behind the scenes. We're gonna have to talk about this at another time. Speaking of frequency, my wife and Missy, I'll call you later to tell you more about this. But
Okay.
what she's been doing since I think Saturday
Mhm.
with something else she's been dealing with, a frequency issue, and
Uh-huh.
what she's been dealing with for like the last several months has been really, I mean, it's just been a complete, it's been just a headache. I'll just tell you that. I mean, it's been horrible to watch what she's gone through, but
Okay.
the relief she's had since Saturday,
Good.
can't wait to talk about this. A whole nother can of worms. But folks,
Good.
it doesn't matter. If you're looking to lose a few pounds, go on spring break, feel a little bit better as you move into the warmer months. You want to move more, you want to be with your friends, your family, your kids, your grandkids, whatever it might be. Maybe you just decided it's time to take your health back because you're part of that MAHA mission and the revolution with us. Join me. Go find out what I'm up to. Healthwithjustin.com. You won't be alone. You can call 269 964 4044. You're going to find out all the other folks that have joined in. You can see the numbers don't lie. The before and after photos are incredible. And it's all at healthwithjustin.com. Look at the countless other folks that have joined, been a part of the program as well. And it just massive results, folks. It's almost indescribable. But our good friend trucker Randy up north on the radio, Steve Gruber as well. We've all jumped in and joined the fight with Maha, Missy, and Charity and the folks with My Pure Health Solutions. So do it today. Go to healthwithjustin.com to find out more. And I can't wait to tell you, Missy, the
Excited.
fantastic results
Good.
that Lizzie's had just since Saturday alone. It's been incredible.
Uh, that yeah, it's oh my gosh. I just talked to a 69-year-old. One of my clients, you're 69. Again, people are all over the United States. I mean, again, thanks to technology, I can take care of you wherever you are. If you're not living a vibrant life, if you're on medication, if you have inflammation in your joints, the inflammation's on your organs, if you're not feeling vibrant, call me.
Yeah.
My website, I have a hard time explaining quantum biology on a website, folks. Okay, but I do a great job when I talk to you on the phone. I bring it down to a fifth grade soundbite nugget, so much so that you're gonna paradigm shift. Light bulbs are gonna go off. But I talked to a lady the other day, 69, 71 years old. I'm like, how did it go with your program? I'm here to see her on the other end of the whole thing on the phone. She lost 30 inches in 60 days with me. And
Wow.
she's just like on cloud nine. She's off all medications. That's a vibrant life. If your life's not vibrant, call me. You deserve to have it. We need to explain to you how incredible your body is and show you that there's a natural way to turn it all around because I'm an all natural approach. I have to be because that's what I believe in.
We had Carol in the chat say she's lost 17 pounds in 2 months. Congratulations for you, Carol. And then a guy, I don't remember your name yesterday, sir, but you told me 9 pounds in just a few days on the program. That is another great results and incredible. We appreciate folks sharing that with us. Folks, if you want to reach out, she'll answer your questions. Just love to have a conversation with you about these things. Call her today. Maha, Missy, and the team standing by like the old operators are standing by. Well, it's her. She's
Kinda.
going to be there. And Charity and some of the other folks there that will answer your questions. 269 964 4044 or healthwithjustin.com. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. And all the hard work you're doing to make America happy again and each and every one of us.
That's right.
Maha, Missy. You're a patriot.
God bless.
You too. Back, folks, with more tomorrow, right here with you. Make it a great one. God bless.